Let's listen another story in which the character has a habit of forgetting things and how this becomes troublesome for him, her. Title: The Forgetful Adventurer. Once in a small, bustling town, there lived a cheerful woman named Mia. Mia was known for her adventurous spirit and infectious laughter, but she had one peculiar flaw: she often forgot things. Whether it was her keys, appointments, or even where she parked her car, her memory had a habit of playing tricks on her. One sunny morning, Mia woke up with excitement bubbling inside her. Today was the day she had planned her long-awaited hike to the nearby mountain, a place rumored to have breathtaking views and hidden treasures. She packed her bag carefully, or so she thought, and set off, humming a tune. As she reached the base of the mountain, she realized she had forgotten her water bottle. No worries, she reassured herself, I'll just buy some at the little shop along the way. However, when she arrived at the shop, she found it closed. Undeterred, Mia pressed on, convinced she could manage the hike without water. The trail wound steeply up the mountainside, and Mia felt invigorated despite her oversight. After an hour of climbing, she reached a clearing with stunning vistas. She took a moment to catch her breath, but her excitement was short-lived. She suddenly remembered she had forgotten her camera. Determined to capture the beauty, she pulled out her phone, only to discover she had left it charging at home. Feeling frustrated but unwilling to let it ruin her day, Mia decided to take a moment to enjoy the view. As she sat there, she thought about her friends, who were supposed to join her but had cancelled at the last minute. She had promised them she would take lots of photos to share, and now she felt a wave of disappointment. Suddenly, a thought struck her: she had brought along a notebook to jot down her experiences. I can sketch the view instead, she thought, reaching for her bag. To her dismay, she found she had forgotten to pack her notebook as well. The weight of her forgetfulness began to settle heavily on her shoulders. Determined not to let this ruin her adventure, Mia started her descent. However, as she made her way back down, she realized she couldn't remember which trail she had taken. After wandering for what felt like an eternity, she finally stumbled upon a familiar landmark, the big oak tree she had passed earlier. Relieved, she began to make her way toward the parking lot, but the sun was setting quickly. When Mia finally arrived at her car, she patted her pockets only to find she had forgotten her keys in the lock. They hung teasingly in the ignition, shining in the fading light. She sighed, laughing at the absurdity of it all. Just then, a friendly hiker passed by and offered to help her retrieve them, but Mia's smile had turned bittersweet. As she drove home, the day's forgetfulness replayed in her mind like a comedic film. She resolved to make a checklist for her next adventure. With each laugh and each mishap, she learned to embrace her forgetfulness, turning it into a quirky part of her personality. From that day on, Mia became known as the Forgetful Adventurer. Though her memory was unreliable, her spirit remained unbreakable. And with every adventure, she found new ways to cope with her forgetfulness, always ready for the next unexpected twist in her journey.